20 years later, his book is still remembered, people still purchase this book. You see, the damage that is done is such that now it's opened the door for non-Muslims. People like this person who made the video Innocence of Muslims, for him to do it. If somebody questioned him, he would say, well, before everything else, Salman Rushdie was a Muslim and he did it. Why did you touch Salman Rushdie? So this is the impact that it's had. And in response, good Muslim writers need to write a response in these regards. And I'm sure they have, whether it's in the form of articles or whether it's in the form of a book. It's very important that this is done, so that a balanced image is given. No doubt we believe the Prophet ﷺ is free from all these defects that have been attributed to him, whether in that video or whether in the book that has been used.
Anybody else who wants to ask a question?
I think there's two of them.
Well, the other thing I want to ask is, well, it's a request, if you can make dua for everybody who's here, brothers and sisters and the young child who fell as well, to see the ziyarah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in this life and in the hereafter.
Sheikh, I just wanted to ask, in organizations and Islamic societies and stuff, we have a range of Muslims. We have very practicing Muslims, we also have non-practicing Muslims who are trying to improve themselves. Now, when they do try and get involved in the Islamic societies, or whatever organization may be, some of the more pious brothers and sisters, they try and act judgmental. Why is that sister giving da'wah? Why is that brother without the beard coming to exec? How do you advise such people? Because this is a very big problem that a lot of Islamic societies across universities are facing.
What's happening now is that when a young Muslim who wasn't practicing becomes practicing through his worship, through the company he's keeping, so on and so forth, it gives him such an ego boost that it makes him think that, yeah, I'm the most practicing one. I've seen this. I've got the beard, he doesn't have a beard, that means I'm better because I've got the beard. We see that. The Prophet ﷺ, Allah Almighty in the Quran himself said, Inna akramakum indallahi atqakum. Indeed, the most honored of you in the presence of Allah is who? Is the one who has the most piety. And where is the piety? The Prophet ﷺ said, Taqwa, piety is here. Sing no heart. It's what you have. I can see probably a sister who doesn't have a scarf. She might have more piety and God-fearing in her heart than the brother who does have, or a sister who does have. Only Allah knows that. We should never judge anyone, whether they wear something or they don't. We can't judge somebody based on their appearance. Like that, some of the greatest scholars in the world are in Egypt. They don't have beards. For whatever reason, because of political, that they don't allow. What are you going to say? Because he doesn't have a beard, he's not a scholar? Yes, keeping the beard is the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. We have to keep it, it should be kept. I don't deny that, I don't dispute that. But we can't be judgmental purely on how he looks. Because he looks like a Muslim, he means he is a Muslim. Or he looks like. Islam is not based upon looks. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَنْظُرُ إِلَىٰ صُوَرِكُمْ وَلَا إِلَىٰ أَجْسَادِكُمْ وَلَكِنْ يَنْظُرُ إِلَىٰ قُلُوبِكُمْ وَنِيَّاتِكُم. Allah is not going to look at your appearance or how you look. Allah Almighty is going to look at your heart, and Allah Almighty is going to look at your need, your intention. يَوْمَ لَا يَنْفَعُ مَالٌ وَلَا بَنُونَ إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَى اللَّهَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. On that day, there is nothing that will benefit him except a good heart. Heart. The heart is the key. This is where everything is. The heart is good, everything is good. The heart is corrupted, the heart, everything. It's a hadith of the Prophet. The Prophet said there's a mudgha in the body, there's a flesh, piece of lump of flesh. If it's pure, صَرَحَتْ جَمِيعَ الْبَدْنِ or كما قال, everything will be pure in his body. Everything will be sound. If it's corrupted, everything is corrupt. And the Sahaba said, Ya Rasulullah, what is that? It's عَلَى وَهِيَ الْقَلْبِ. It's that's that flesh. And this is why spirituality gives attention to the heart. Purify your heart from the evil deeds. And one of the greatest books written on this is Imam Ghazali rahmatullah alayhi's Ihya. His book on the revival of the sciences, he talks about diseases of the heart. And it's important that we sit with the men of Allah who have overcome the desires of the heart, who have overcome the diseases of the heart, and their hearts have become qalb al-salim, pure hearts. This is very important. This is what the Sahaba, they were in the presence of the one who had the purest heart. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
One last question, which was somebody said. something really for me.
Only you know if Islam is for you. I can't say if Islam is for you or not for you. You don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't do sex, nothing like that. That's a very good thing. Religiously, it's a very good thing, and on a humanitarian perspective, it's a very good thing as well. However, you will know whether it's good for you or not. Purely because of music, if that's hindering you from coming into Islam, then, I'm not an authority that can make the laws of Islam flexible to you, but don't let that be a hindrance to stop you from accepting Islam. And I'll give you one simple example. There are Muslims who listen to music. It's simple. Muslims who are born Muslim listen to music. Listening to music doesn't take you outside the fold of Islam. It doesn't make you a kafir. So maybe if you did accept Islam, and eventually it's a sin to listen to music. It's wrong. That's what we believe. Not to the extent that it makes you a non-believer or takes you outside the fold of Islam. Therefore, it's very important that if you do feel you want to become a Muslim, come inside Islam, and eventually, views and opinions change. One morning he wakes up, he wants to wear this colored socks, next morning he changes. He doesn't wear that no more, he doesn't feel it. He goes and buys something else. So they're always changing. Opinions are always changing. So you never know. Allah Almighty guide you, inshallah.
How would one avoid premixing or keep such things within a learning environment? There's constant pressure to mix and engage.
There's a funny story I was remembering. There's a guy who's working in a retail store, and because he's mixing, there's sisters there, mothers there, male there, female there. She says hi, he puts his head down also. He says, I can't say hi to you because it's remixing, I'm not allowed. Look, Islam is not that strict. If somebody says hi, if you have to say hi for backward purpose, you say hi. It will give a good image. What we don't say, we say is, look, there's a limit. As long as you know that limit, I go to the extent that don't put yourself in that situation and circumstance if it means that it's going to lead you to do something wrong. Don't put yourself there. There's that limit, and that limit, you need to know the limit. That's the key. If the limit is, you're flirting and you're doing this with them, you're in a hell look and you're doing, where's the limit? If the limit within, hello, how are you? Are you okay? Good. Thank you, bye. That's a good limit. If it's, how are you? I really right. No, you're crossing the limit. That's going on. So it's going to be, we obviously need to define these limits as well. I think we should put it here as well. I've got to go to keep people as well. Just before you go, I think he's got a few announcements and we make a dua before we go as well. Just a short prayer, and thereafter inshallah we can.
Just if you could please fill out the evaluation forms which are over here and on the right. We run your suggestions and your opinions, and I hope that was an insightful talk to all of you. Big thank you to Imam, Muhammad, Asim, Hussain, and big thank you to everybody who organized it today. Also, you can check the rest of our events on the Facebook page, University of Nottingham Islamic Society. Tomorrow there's a talk by Hamza Resources on his life just again.